Hello everyone, today we'll look at Geely's acquisition of Volvo, focusing on the context, the deal and the outcomes. Volvo is a luxury car brand renowned for safety and strong presence in the US and Europe, and was owned by Ford at the time. It was investing heavily in environmental technology and was hit hard by the 2008 financial crisis. With GM and Chrysler already bankrupt, Ford faced almost $15 billion in annual losses and had begun divesting brands like Jaguar, Land Rover and Aston Martin. Geely, by contrast, was a small, low-cost Chinese automaker with ambitions for global expansion and green tech backed by strong alignment with Chinese government. Its domestic market was growing, but it lacked Volvo's advanced technology and international reach. This context led to the largest cross-border Chinese acquisition at the time, Geely's $1.8 billion purchase of Volvo in 2010, but with skepticism around culture clash, execution risk, and financial strain. So why buy rather than partner? Volvo's crown jewels, brand, safety engineering, and environmental tech are specific to Volvo. Under fast-shifting emissions, EV, and autonomy rules, Geely needed continuous access to that know-how. On asset specificity, uncertainty, and frequency, ownership beats licensing or short alliances. So let's apply Porter's 3 tests here. On the attractiveness side, premium autos carry higher margins and resilient global demand, especially in China. So Volvo's safety and sustainability niche is defensible here. On cost of entry, building a premium brand from scratch would take decades and billions, so $1.8 billion bought instant access to credibility and platforms and talent. On the better off side, Geely gained advanced R&D, platform and brand equity, while Volvo gained capital, and China market access and autonomy with headquarters in Europe. On Volvo's side, Ford was retrenching and underfunding Volvo. Geely's capital and market bridge offered a path to refresh the lineup without dismantling the brand. So the deal minimized transaction costs, created reciprocal advantage, a logical diversification for Geely, and a lifeline plus growth path for Volvo. So let's take a deeper dive.
Before the Volvo acquisition, Geely's GX McKinsey framework showed that most of its brands are in unattractive positions with limited growth prospects. After the deal, 2 units, Geely and M brand, emerged as the clear businesses to grow and invest in. The weaker brands such as Shanghai Maple, DSI and Meetime were repositioned as cash cows to harvest, freeing up capital to fund the group's growth priorities. Looking at the parenting matrix, we placed Geely and Volvo in the edge of the Heartland region. To capture this visually, we used the tiger analogy. President Lee wanted to unleash Volvo's potential, which had been constrained by Ford's financial troubles. This wasn't the case of simply scaling up a low-cost model. Instead, it represented a reinvented business model. Geely gained advanced technology, global legitimacy, and premium brand equity, shifting from a budget domestic player into a credible international competitor with a diversified portfolio. After acquiring Volvo in 2010, Geely deliberately kept the companies organizationally separate. This preserved Volvo's identity as a premium global brand, while allowing Geely to continue running its multi-brand system in parallel. At the same time, Geely leveraged Volvo's strong reputation for safety and quality to raise its own credibility in international markets. Integration was carefully managed through cooperation rather than absorption. The Volvo-Geely Dialogue and Cooperation Committee and the China Euro Tech Center enabled targeted knowledge transfer in areas like emissions, safety, platform design, and hybrid technology. This strengthened Geely's mid-market products while also protecting Volvo's independence. Volvo's expertise in hybrid and green technology supported Geely's long-term EV strategy, while Geely's efficient production and dominance in the Chinese market improved Volvo's own margins. In short, Geely's upgraded its technology and global image through parallel growth, keeping its Volvo premium while transforming itself into a more competitive, internationally recognized automaker.
Let's look at the outcome. Operationally, Geely followed a light touch governance model, often summed up as Volvo is Volvo, Geely is Geely, and this preserved Volvo's operational independence and brand equity. Supply chain localization and expansion is another milestone. Volvo opened its new plant in Chengdu and became the first automaker to export Chinese-made premium cars to the US. And together, the two companies co-developed a new car platform and created a new brand called Lynk & Co. On the financial side, at first the market was skeptical, but over time the results spoke for themselves. Volvo's sales increased from 422,000 to 642,000. And Geely's own sales more than tripled, helped by Volvo's technology and shared platforms. Then I'd like to sum up our evaluation and lessons. Based on what we have discussed, the acquisition was a rational decision, executed effectively with strong outcomes, and came at a very reasonable price. And the main lessons we can learn from this acquisition are: first, time acquisitions wisely and take advantage of downturns. Second, respect the identity and culture of the acquired brand to preserve value. Third, leverage complementaries in technology, brand, and market access rather than forcing full integration. And finally, secure strong stakeholders and government support, which can be critical in cross-border deals. Overall, this case shows how emerging market firms can succeed internationally when they combine timing, respect, and strategic alignment. And thank you all for listening.